We are in Jackson Hole, Wyoming for our alumni circle retreat. And I just have to tell you right now, there are worse places to be if you're gonna have to go to a conference somewhere. All right, we got a question here for Ask Jeff, and it has to do with the price objection. Now, obviously, this is a question that comes up a lot. How do we deal with it when somebody says your price is too high? And the single biggest problem with that particular objection, common as it is the fact that we don't know what it means, right? The price being too high could mean so many different things to so many different people. It could mean that I don't see the value, or I disagree with the value proposition, or I don't think it's worth it. But that's very different than I can't afford it. Or maybe I can afford it, but it's just more than I thought I was going to spend. So it's sort of outside of my price paradigm. So I just want to suggest to you, anytime you get a price objection, you cannot begin to defend it until you explore it deeper. You should have an absolute auto response that says, tell me more. Tell me why you're thinking that way. Talk to me, open up. You need to get your customer to expand and to release. A price objection is going to mean something different to every single person that you talk to. So you've got to be able to dive deep. When you hear anything that has them concerned about the price, you've got to start with, tell me more. Tell me why you're bringing that up. Tell me what you're thinking. Be honest. I want to know exactly what's going on in your head. Once you understand what the real issue is, then it's so much easier to solve the problem. Here's the issue though. If you start to say, well, then they explain why the price is worth it, and you don't understand their paradigm, then you're probably presenting a solution to a problem that may not exist. And then you know what you're going to do? You're going to raise up another objection. So make sure anytime you hear that price objection, tell me more, talk to me, tell me why you're thinking that way. I want to be able to understand you so that I can help you best. I'm in Jackson Hole, Wyoming. It is just absolutely beautiful here. It's the fall, and you can see it in the foliage and the colors around me. You can also see that the mountains are pretty much devoid of snow right now, but in a few days that's all going to change. It's going to be a very different experience. But it's a beautiful, beautiful day in Jackson Hole, and I'm just out for a walk and just asking myself some of the really important questions that I think we all need to ask ourselves from time to time. How's it going? How am I doing? What does my life look like? What do I want my life to look like? Am I on track with all of that? And it's really great reflection time for me, just to get away a little bit and just to ask some of the more important questions. I know that in the busyness of life, we forget, right? We sometimes just forget. We get so wrapped up, so swamped with other things. And there's something to be said for just going on a strategic walk, just to go out and get to a really, really beautiful place and start asking yourself the question, how am I doing? What's happening in my life, and am I on track? And I just want to challenge you, just ask you the question, are you doing it? Are you asking yourself those big, important questions about your life and about where you are? I actually feel really, really good about where I am, but I also recognize I'm coming up on the start of a new year, and every year is a blank slate, and I get to write the story that I want to write. It always is very encouraging and a very exciting time for me, and I hope it is for you. So let me just encourage you. Let me encourage you to get out and go for a strategic walk. It doesn't have to be a place like this. You could do it in your own neighborhood or around your own community, and just ask yourself the questions: am I where I'm supposed to be? Am I pushing myself hard enough? Am I taking the time for the things that are really important to me? Am I asking myself the important questions of life? You'll be better off for it. And now I'm going to enjoy beautiful Jackson Hole, Wyoming. Hey, listen, if you are a sales leader, especially if you're a sales leader in the new home industry, our Sales Leadership Roundtable is open for enrollment for the coming year right now. So you can go to jeffshore.com/roundtable, and you'll join me for an entire year's journey to make you the best sales leader you can be.